What's up, Star Child? The band and I are here for your download. Let's see what's happening with your magic today. We're going to hit the season of the Witch Oracle to get a feel for your energy. If this is your first time backstage with us, welcome. We are grateful to have you here among all the goblins and ghouls. If you're new, please introduce yourself in the comments section. We have Swan, House Mouse. We have a few more, please. Devotional. Oh, this sounds pretty magical, Star Child. Looks like you're working on your grimoire here. And Rosemary. Star Child, what this energy is speaking to is I'm speaking to someone who writes on the regular, who automatic writes, who channels through writing, who just even journals, okay, putting your thoughts onto paper. And what they're showing me is that you clearly see in your writings who you really are. When you do this introspection in writing, it's very revealing what you're capable of. But is it matching your beliefs? If you were to speak it out loud, would you feel the same way? You are the greatest love with the swan. You are the greatest lover. You are the magician. You're the greatest magician you will ever know, Star Child. I can see it in your writings. I can see the things that you want to manifest. Are you being a magician on the outside too? Are you being your own swan? Tell me more about this, Star Child. Tell me more about these writings, this introspection, this vulnerability with the greatest love of your life. They keep saying, you know what you're capable of, but do you really believe it? The Prince of Cups in reverse, the Justice in reverse, the Nine of Wands in reverse, and the King of Pentacles in reverse. Some of you are writing about your magic, writing your iconic grimoire, but still wondering if it's real, if it can be real. The Judgment in reverse and the Five of Pentacles. In judgment of self. Why in judgment of self? A Tower and a Three of Cups in reverse. Why the Three of Cups in reverse? The Six of Swords in reverse, the Ten of Cups in reverse. Okay, the energy that they're giving me on these cards, Star Child, is one of limerence. And it doesn't necessarily have to be a person. It can also be to a past situation, something where the Tower has already come down, but with the Six of Swords in reverse, not feeling that you're capable of moving away from. And that's why I'm also seeing the Ten of Cups in reverse here. You are very capable of it. This is what you're writing about. Asking ourselves over and over and over again, why can't we just put this down? Why can't we just leave this alone? You know that you can. You know what you're capable of. Are you confident into fully leaning into that belief? And what they're showing me here first is above everything else, to trust above all else, that you are creating the relationship with the strongest love of your life, which is you in this process, Star Child. You're putting grief on paper. You're writing losses on paper. You're very introspective and aware that the Tower has fallen, whatever this limerence is to you, whatever this possible addiction is to you. I do feel the energy of addiction in this too. But you feel in the loop of your thoughts, even as you write these things down in an attempt to brain dump, to get it out. But the fact that you're even taking these actions, the fact that you're spending time with yourself, that you're so intimately writing with yourself, that you're attempting to work through this, Star Child, is all part of the process of building the most incredible relationship that you are going to have in your life. So do not be so hard on yourself, Star Child. Tell me more about the rosemary here. Healing and mending through community. Healing and mending through community. Tell me more about this. The Ace of Cups, the Seven of Wands, the King of Wands, the Five of Pentacles, and the High Priest. You're ready to step back out into community, Star Child. You have this overflowing love in your heart. I can feel it. You have this overflowing love in your heart. No desire to be in a Five of Pentacles mindset. Tell me more about this Seven of Wands. Justice in the upright, Four of Swords in reverse. You feel that there will be balance if you start handing out more cups, if you start getting around people, if you start maybe doing some service work, that will balance this out, that you'll be able to escape this feeling. Tell me about the High Priest. Three of Pentacles. Princess of Pentacles, which is a Four of Pentacles. What they're telling me is you're going back and forth. You're going back and forth about, should I be holding back my energy this time? Should I be stepping out into the community this time? Should I be holding back my energy? Should I be stepping out into the community? Because you have a lot to share here. You have gifts to share. You have love to share. Lots of cups to share here. Whether you decide to hold your energy back or give your energy away is not the focus. It's not the solution. It's not the groundedness. It's not the earthboundness. The question is whether you choose to hold your energy back or give it away in this transition after this tower. Are you firm in your foundation and relationship in self? Whether you're around people, whether you're around family, whether you're giving to others, or whether you're choosing to hang back as a form of self-care, as a form of reflection, as a form of introspection. Through it all, Star Child, the solution is you. The relationship to yourself and the love for yourself is what matters. This card is the Swan. It's showing a swan. It's like there's an opening in the center of her chest cavity and there's a swan coming out of it. She is the swan. Swans are an animal of pairing. They're an animal that seeks love and belonging, and they mate for life. You may be seeking that at this moment. And you can manifest that. But what will make that manifestation successful in any season is your relationship, your core with self, Star Child. Tell me more about this Swan card. You are everything that you seek first and foremost. You are the greatest love of your life first and foremost. Anyone else that comes in, any other relationships that you manifest, Star Child, are just a bonus. They add to the joy and the balance of life. We have the Queen of Wands, the Eight of Wands, and the Six of Pentacles. Will others treat you the way you treat yourself with the Six of Pentacles, Queen of Wands? Well, how are you treating yourself? How are you treating yourself at this time? Tell me more about this Eight of Wands. Tell me more about, there's a lot of, almost every card I'm looking at has a book on it. Has someone either reading or writing in this reading. We have the Hanged Man, the Moon, the Eight of Swords. Why the Eight of Swords behind the Moon? What is to be revealed in this higher perspective that you're searching for right now as you're writing and being introspective? The Nine of Cups. Joy. For some of you, you're experiencing something new for the first time. You're actually experiencing this joy. You're experiencing this joy in self, by yourself. They're telling me that some of you are even questioning if that's normal, if that's healthy, if you spend too much time by yourself. Well, Star Child, the question is why do you spend so much time by yourself? Do you spend that time by yourself because you dig your own company? Because you're your best friend? Because you know how to love on yourself and you're so secure in self that you can do that? Or are you doing it to avoid the world? Are you doing it to avoid people? To avoid hurts and hang-ups? Now, based off of this Nine of Cups, it looks to me like you're getting really comfortable with being your own best friend. And once this happens for us, Star Child, it completely shifts the energy of the relationships that we call in. It shifts the energy of the work that we call in. Tell me more about this Nine of Cups, this higher perspective of the Nine of Cups, the High Priestess. The Death card. Why the Death card? Why the Death card? The Seven of Wands. The High Priestess does not need to defend herself to anyone as to what season she is in, what cycle she is in, what she so chooses to do with her time, and who she chooses to spend time with. You're understanding this, Star Child, is the energy that they're giving me as the swan, as the greatest love of your own life. They're also telling me some of you maybe grew up in a really big family. So the idea of being alone is uncomfortable. Being with self is uncomfortable. Always having to be around people, always having a bunch of people around has been a thing. And that you're starting to understand the value in this time alone, in this writing, in this introspection. It's really healthy, Star Child. That's really, really beautiful. It's a balance, and it's also what your balance is, not what someone else believes that it needs to be balanced as. Tell me more what's going on. There's a lot of good magic going on here. There's a lot of beauty ritual. There's a lot of writing ritual. There's a lot of mirror magic in the energy of this swan care. Bridget's doll. Garlic. Boundaries and protection while also understanding and weaving your desires. And that everything is one source of creative power. This feels like a double message here, Star Child. So I have to ask the question again. And the question is this time spent alone in fear of heartbreak, in fear of repeating a pattern, shutting yourself out from the world? Or is this time spent alone because you truly love it? Because you're learning to love the silence. You're learning to love yourself better. Which way? Which way is that going? Can we get a few final ones on this, please? That's interesting. I felt someone shake my head, like I shook my head no. When I said, is it because you're learning to love yourself better? We talk a lot about, on the spiritual path, we talk a lot about hermit mode. We talk a lot about incubation periods, and they're very important. We also speak a lot of a dark night of the soul, which tends to be a time that we do go deep into self to deconstruct a lot of things. But everything in life is a season, and seasons change. And so if you have been in hermit mode for far too long because you believe that you just can't do it out there, especially for those that are very energetically sensitive, it's changing the perspective, it's changing the energy of it. If we don't go out because of fear, we will create an environment of fear. But if we go out in self-love, in self-confidence, in self-centeredness, don't take that the wrong way, I'm talking about being centered in self, and really own our energetic space, then it changes the lens in which we view the world, Star Child. Any more words on this band? Any more words for the swan, the universe, the empress, the Eight of Cups? For some of you, it's time. It's time to leave these emotions behind. And possibly leaving these emotions behind that you've been in a loop with is about stepping back out into the universe, stepping back out into the world. If it still feels scary to do that in public, if you've experienced a long season of hermit mode or a dark night of the soul, start online, as the universe card can also represent that. Because here's the thing, you're the empress. And if you're the empress, that means that you're the creative. That means you're the creator. You create your own spaces. You create the space of the energy around you. You harness the sun and the moon, the masculine and the feminine. I'm looking at the empress, the high priest, and the high priestess as your energy on this table, Star Child. Ebb and flow, however you need to. A high priest, high priestess does not cave to social pressures, nor do they hide themselves away from the world in fear of hurt, in fear of backlash. Yes, you are extremely energetically sensitive, which means that you can read energy. We saw Queen of Wands here too. You can read a room, Star Child. And if you read the room and you don't like the energy in that room, go to the next room. You are so in charge and so large in life in this reading, in your energetic sovereignty, that whatever this is back here, this tower that happened, Star Child, and these thoughts, these looping thoughts of how did I not know better with the Judgment in reverse and the Five of Cups? How did I get so unbalanced with the Justice card in reverse that I didn't see these false cups with the Prince of Cups in reverse? And you're journaling about it, and you're writing about it, and you're working on your healing, And that is all well and good, Star Child. But I need you to remember today that you are the High Priest or the High Priestess. With some Queen of Wands energy, magical AF. It doesn't get any more magical than that, Star Child. It doesn't get any more magical than that. Command your energy. No one else is in charge of your energy. Command your energy in your energetic space. Whether you're at home, gladfully, joyfully, practicing self-care, or whether you're out in a crowd, Star Child. This life is one of joy, even after hardship. Good work, Star Child. Good stuff. All right, let's pull some symbols on this. Let's pull some symbols on this. I feel like I just needed to be your cheerleader, I guess, today. It kind of feels like what the band was downloading. Sky Witch is here to be your cheerleader, too. If you want to dive a little deeper with me on this reading, please check the links in the bio. Head over to Substack. Also, my calendar links are in the bio and below. If you would like to book any personal sessions with me, new moon. It's new moon, new you, Star Child. You're the swan. You just discovered the greatest love of your life, which is yourself. Tell me more here. Tell me more. Earth. Growth. Water. Beautiful. This is beautiful. Tell me one more about this earth energy, please. I feel like they want me to meditate. Okay. All right. For some of you, what they're suggesting is if you have been in extended amount of hermitude or an extended amount of, self-isolation, okay, due to previous relationships, possibly due to previous hurts and hang-ups, before you step out, focus on your earth energy, get grounded. Ask for another card they gave me, meditate. Meditate, ground, whatever that grounding is to you, whatever witchiness you so choose to do to ground yourself, do that before you step out, Star Child. All of this is growth, though. Everything that we have discussed today within the mental, physical, spiritual is all part of you developing a better relationship with self and the greatest one you're ever going to have. So I will see you for your next energy check-in, Star Child.